I'm back, and I can't be that loud right now because my sister's has a test, so I'm gonna try not to yell a lot today. So I picked some topics that I thought could be fun and I haven't talked about in a while. I need to give you guys an update on the video game world, some stuff that's been interesting. But the thing that caught my eye is that Twitch promised to no longer discriminate against sexy content. What does that mean? Let's get into it. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
Okay, so again, I'm gonna try not to yell. If I'm not loud enough, just let me know. Because again, I'm trying to not go too crazy. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. I'm just gonna get really close to the mic here, really close to the mic, really up close and personal. Hopefully that'll be enough. But again, before we get into it, let me give you a quick reminder. Any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Dario the Show on Instagram and at Super Dario World, streaming on YouTube and on Twitch at Super Dario World. If you want to join me, I'm doing live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I usually aim for 2. This week's been rough. Actually, I had an interview today, so I think it went well. That's why I'm not wearing a hat today. But yeah, it got delayed, so work comes first, I guess. And so, what can you do? This sucks. I want to yell. I want to be loud. It's one of those things where when you can't do it, it's when you want to do it the most. It sucks. Anyway, let's just get into this because I thought it was really weird. So I saw this thing pop up on the internet, and it's about the headline said literally what my stream today says. Twitch promises to no longer discriminate against sexy. So what the hell does that mean? I don't know. First off, I didn't know that Twitch discriminated against sexy. And how dare they? That's wrong. And so I got into it, and so I learned a lot of stuff. I'm on Twitch, like I said, streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays at Super Dario World, but I'm not really on Twitch. So what can I say? It's weird because I don't really watch stuff there. I don't really watch much stream content, but I'm on there, so I probably should. I might get ideas and stuff like that. By the way, Danny's game clips, nice. No, now I can dress sexy. Oh, by the way, I'm a 30-year-old man. Sure, I mean, yeah, you can always be sexy, man. There's nothing wrong with being sexy, and I'm glad that Twitch is finally accepting that. Anyway, so this all apparently started with a streamer named, I'm gonna butcher her name, and I'm sorry, Amaranth. I don't know. The point is, she discovered that her page, she used to have ads, but now they're demonetized. And so this is, a few images of her content if you want to check it out. So that's Amaranth. I can see how somebody might find that sexy. But the main issue here would be she did streams like this. So she's basically in a bikini in like a jacuzzi inside, and she'd do streams like that. So some people might call this, I don't know, what's the term, thought or whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So Twitch was starting to have issues with it, and they demonetized her content. So then, obviously, people got pissed. It's like, what the hell are you? I mean, because if you demonetize her, she won't be there, and then we'll be able to see the sexy, and that's not cool. And so you should not be penalizing people because of this. It's discrimination against the sexies, and nobody really wants to discriminate against the sexies because people like the sexies. And so Twitch immediately backtracked, and they put out a statement, and the statement basically says this. While we have guidelines about sexually suggestive content, being found to be sexy by others is not against our rules, and Twitch will not take enforcement action against women or anyone on our service for their perceived attractiveness. So first off, why just women, man? Why can't it be dudes? Yeah, well, why did you have to specify women? Also, I heard, I haven't verified this, but I heard that you can't show your feet on Twitch because there's a lot of people that have a foot fetish. I haven't verified this. I think maybe it'd be fun to see if my stream gets taken down if you show your feet. I don't know. What if you show a picture of feet? Would that take it down? I don't know. It's weird. I'll test it out maybe at some point. Or maybe this rule also applies to the feet stuff. I don't know. It's weird. I'll let you know if I get more out of that. But they also stated in the blog post that the brands will, because the issue is advertising, it's always money. It's always dollar bills, right? They decided that brands will get to decide where and when their ads will appear, and they can request to no longer show their material in a particular type of content. Now, in order for them to be able to do this, there used to be the people who did this in bikinis, because apparently it's a whole group of people, because who knew that people in bikinis made money if they look good in them? Shocker. It's almost like sex sells. Anyway, they decided to change the just chatting category, because that used to be the category it was under, to the pools, hot tubs, and beaches, where swimwear will be a contextual exception to its nudity and attire policy. So there you go. It's the new policy, in case you were wondering, in case you cared. Twitch is changing up the rules for the sexies, or you know what? Making sure that justice is applied throughout its platform. So there you go, if you care. Now let's move on to other video game stuff. E3. Now honestly, I'm not very excited. I cover E3 every year, and I'm not very excited about what's coming out, to be honest. It's going to be digital again, which sucks, but the event's supposed to take place in the middle of June. It's going to be like a 2-week thing, which is weird. Sony's not going to be a part of it, so not uber excited about it, but I guess I'll cover it. I'll do the same thing that I always do. I'll just see all the trailers and mention the ones that are exciting or not exciting, but whatever. Honestly, it's disappointing. Sega's confirmed, Square Enix is confirmed. There's a bunch of companies that are confirmed, but I don't know, man. It's just, I don't feel the hype. Do you guys feel the hype? I don't feel the hype. At least not as strongly. Anyway, moving on. This is actually an interesting piece of news that was, first off, it was like a leak, but supposedly Steam, for those of you who don't know, what Steam is a company that basically, it's a website, it's an app, I don't know, a company where you can buy video games for your PC, basically. It's like an online PC game store, and it's great. They give you a lot of deals during spring, during winter, during summer, and you spend a whole buttload of money with a bunch of games that you're never going to play. So, but you have them there, and because you spend the money. Anyway, so Steam it hasn't announced it officially yet, but supposedly it's working on a Switch-like portable PC piece of hardware. We can play video games. We can play Steam video games. Now, again, it's not clear what they're doing, how they're going to do it, but this is really interesting stuff. Because first off, the Switch is great. Okay, I love the Switch. It's very convenient. You can play it anywhere. It's a lot of fun. But theoretically, you could play all the Steam games in a laptop, right? And a laptop's portable. But it's interesting because switching it into like a Switch-like device will give you more access to stuff. Like, I would love it. For a particular type of game, like for example, for a strategy game, I wouldn't like it because you need the keyboard and stuff. But for certain games, like shooters, you could do fine. The dating sims games, you could do fine. The virtual novel stuff, you can do a lot of fun. You can do fine. So it could be interesting. This could be. It depends on what hardware gets in there, what platforms comes out, and all that stuff, and what type of games. Can you do all the games? Can you only do specific games? I don't know. Could be interesting. Honestly, it all depends on how powerful the machine is, how fun this could be. But I'm excited. Like, honestly, this could be a lot of fun. This could be maybe the way of the future. Maybe this is the way that other companies are going to start to go, because they saw the success in the Nintendo Switch, and it had a lot of success, and a lot of people really liked it. So instead of going in a direction where people don't want to go, maybe you go in the direction where people want to go, and combine this with other technology, which I think is coming. All right. I know a few things about Oculus, VR. I've always mentioned this. I'm not a big VR. Okay, I'm not really into VR. I have issues with it, but I don't like the helmet thing where you can't see anything. Enhanced reality, I'm down with. I accept it a little bit more, but VR I have issues with. I just don't like that you can't see what's around you, because you know that somebody's gonna just walk right next to you and hit you in the nuts. You just know it. It's gonna happen anyway. So I think that if you combine this thing with the Oculus or something like that, you start kind of seeing the way of the future. You know what I'm saying? Where things are probably heading. And this is a rumor, 100% a rumor, but I've heard it from somebody that it's possible that I don't know if I should say this or not. Well, again, this is 100% rumor. 100% a rumor, but supposedly Amazon is expanding on a lot of stuff in a lot of areas, and supposedly Amazon is looking into particular VR technology. I'm not going to say which company. I'm going to say anything because, again, it's it's not confirmed, but I've heard it. I've heard it from a decent source who usually doesn't, say a bunch of bull, but it's not confirmed. And all these things, fall throughout the end. The point is that Amazon is looking into VR technology. It's looking to expand in the video game world. So Valve or Steam, Valve owns Steam. Steam's looking into this. Amazon's looking into this. So I think it's the way of the future. I think portable stuff is the way that these things are going, and it should be a lot of fun. If it's, first off, way more convenient because it frees you up from the TV, it frees you up from a whole bunch of stuff, and you can conveniently play. Honestly, get a Switch. It's super comfortable to play. It's super fun. It's super easy. If you're stuck in line anywhere, you can play it anywhere. I want it to become more socially normal to just be, instead of being on your phone, being like on your video game console. I think that would be way more fun. But we'll see. Hopefully, it started with phones. Now it's going in a different direction, and I think it's going to keep going in that direction. Maybe. I don't know. But there you go. Again, it's not confirmed when it's coming out. It's all speculation. They just said the device's name is called the Steam Pal. They're working on it. Basically, they're saying that they're working on it. It doesn't even mean that it'll make it work. It doesn't mean that it'll be compatible with anything else, but it says that they're working on it. And the fact that they're working on it, to me, is a sign of where the industry is going, where they think where the money is, where they think the future of this industry is. So, honestly, this is all good stuff. This is all fun, and it's better for the consumers, which is us. So there you go. Also, again, if they haven't even confirmed if or when it's coming out, we don't know how much it's going to cost or anything, but we'll see. Next, well, yeah. So Nintendo news. This is interesting stuff, at least to me, because again, I like following this stuff. So Nintendo recently won a $2.1 million case against a ROM site owner, ROM. So let me see Danny here. New PS Vita is coming out, but it didn't work when it came out. Yeah, the PS Vita is weird, and it's just the same as the PSP. I don't know why it didn't work. I think it's because, well, you're not just going to rebuy the same games in like a smaller form, I guess. Or the tech just wasn't as good. But the Switch was a game changer in the portable world, because it had the power of a regular console, but it had the portability of a portable console. So maybe the technology's there now. I don't know. I don't like the fact that you have to rebuy certain games. Then the advantage of something being made by Steam is that you could just transfer your entire Steam library. So that's the advantage that's the innate advantage of Steam doing it. But whatever. The point is, let's go back to Nintendo here. So Nintendo is, oh yeah, also good point. There was no 5G back then. So Nintendo recently triumphed in the tune of $2.1 million in a case against the owner of a now defunct ROM site, ROM Universe. So it's been reported that a court in California said that, well, for those of you who don't know, ROM is, okay, let me see. It's a site that uploads and distributes pirated Nintendo games and made a profit from mass copyright infringement by charging for subscriptions. So what does this mean? Basically, well, the dude messed up, because if you're gonna go the pirate pirate route, the yo ho, you can't charge for subscriptions, guy. You just can't. It's stupid. So it's a bad idea, because somebody owns the rights to that, and it's interesting here because it's setting legal precedent for something else. I know that there's a lot of bundle companies out there where it's like, oh, you can just have all this stuff together and all this stuff together. It turns out that maybe they won't be able to do that. Because there's a lot of people who thinks, well, I bought it, now I can sell it to somebody else. But no, it's intellectual property and you own it. And I think this is going to start affecting bundles. Because I know there's like Humble Bundle for video games and stuff like that. I think they're going to be next. Nintendo has always hated what's it called? It's not modulators. It's I'm blanking on the name. But even like me and my kid brother play. It's where we play the Pokemon game. It's Remulator. Anyway, I'll remember eventually, but it's where you can get to play Nintendo games and stuff, and for free on your computer. They've always hated that, and they'll always try to take it down. Well, this is the first dominoes, and we'll see what the next one is. It's because it's gonna be one victory after another, because now you have the legal precedent, and the precedent is this is our intellectual property. You can't do anything with it. And this is one of the reasons why I kind of don't like buying digital. There's advantages to digital and there's disadvantages. I mainly don't like that I don't own the physical copy. I hate not owning the physical copy because you can always get screwed. And so when you have a physical copy and that's the only thing that exists, let's say for example, if they cancel a game, they decide to cancel them for whatever reason, well, you're screwed because you no longer have it there. Or if let's say again, you buy a bunch of Nintendo games and Nintendo decides, you know what, we're going belly under. Well, they're no longer going to be paying for the library. They won't be paying for all the data and all that stuff that you need to play the game online because you bought it digital. So you're screwed because you won't have access to your game. So I prefer having physical stuff in general. But again, this is another area of legal. It was another legal gray area that now it's becoming much more black and white. And a California court saying that you have to pay $2.1 million because you're breaking you're screwing over somebody else's intellectual property. I can guarantee you that Nintendo has enough lawyers that they will go next for the bundle stuff, and they will go to other stream sites, and they will go to the modulator sites, which I'm still pretty sure that's not the right word I'm looking for. So it's going to be a domino effect. I'm pretty sure, unless this gets appealed and gets overturned. I highly doubt it, because here is the Nintendo lawyers who they can afford quite a lot of them going up against just a guy who had a website that no longer exists anymore. So I can guarantee you there's going to be more stuff coming from this eventually, but we'll see. And yeah, so again, if you're part of any of the subscription sites or whatever, and you can download the stuff instead of just playing it online and make sure that they can't take it from you, I'd do it now, because I'm pretty sure the apocalypse is coming. I'm pretty sure they're going to find a way to bring it down, because Nintendo's not in the business of not making money, if you know what I'm saying. Next, and this is the final piece of news, and this is a little bit fun. Let's do a little Pokemon update. So it's been announced, the release dates for the next 3 Pokemon games have been announced. And the 3 Pokemon games, first off, are, well, 2 of them, it's basically the same game. It's just a remake of Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl. Well, now it's going to be called Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, which a lot of people are very excited about. It's supposed to drop on November 19th. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to get it. I want to, but it's like, do I really need it? Why? How much better can it get? But this point, by this generation, was already good enough, I think. So how could they improve this in a way that's actually worth, $50, $60? I mean, they haven't confirmed that's going to be the price, but I don't think so. They've also announced a double pack, which, again, why do you need a double pack? You only need one of them. But I guess if you want to catch them all and you got to catch them all, you're going to buy both. Or in my case, maybe I'll buy one. My kid brother will buy another. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's been, again, release date announced, coming out November 19th. So not that far off. And supposedly these are considered by many to be like the best Pokemon games out there. So we'll see how it goes. I may give them a shot. Probably. Yeah, I always end up buying stuff. So damn it. Now, on the thing that I actually was excited about, the announcement of Pokemon Legends Arceus. So this is coming out January 28th, 2022. Now, the reason why I'm excited for this, it's not because it's a prequel. Because we're going, first off, yeah, it's exciting because it's a prequel. It's in a different timeline. It's no longer in the Ash era. This is going to be way, way back in time. And it's going to be a brand new story, and it's going to take place in the Sinnoh region. So this is going to be long before the ideas of Pokemon Trainer even existed, according to them. And supposedly, it looks like it's going to not only shake up the story for the game, it's going to shake up the way that the game works. So if you can see here, it looks like it's going to be an open world RPG, and hopefully it delivers on the promise that the last 2 Pokemon games did not. What's the name of the last 2 games? I'm blanking out. No, it's not Soul and Moon. Sword and Shield. Because everybody expected that. Everybody expected to be like an open world where you can just, grab a telescope and you're like, oh, look at that Pokemon all the way over there. I'm going to go catch it and stuff like that. Like an actual open world RPG. It didn't, and it was kind of disappointing that way. this one looks like it might actually deliver because you have to basically you're filling out the Sinnoh region Pokedex. Again, it's going to be a very supposedly it's going to be a massive departure from what the Pokemon series is. And you from what I understand, there weren't any Pokemon gyms back then. There weren't a Pokemon League back then. So what's the objective of the game? Ultimate? What's the story going to be? I don't know, but it looks interesting. It looks very interesting. Just mainly just for the fact because it's different. That could probably be the most exciting part, but we'll see. Honestly, I'm very much excited to see a trailer for that one. Maybe E3 will deliver something. I don't know. It's possible. Again, I don't expect much from this E3. Honestly, the only thing that I really care about is watching the Halo trailer and see if they got any news there. Well, we'll see. That's it. So I'm gonna stop there because again, it's really hard not to yell. It's really hard not to get excited for stuff. But I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be like a good big brother and stuff. But that's it for today. As always, any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Dario the Show on Instagram and at Super Dario World. Streaming on YouTube and on Twitch at Super Dario World. I'm usually stream Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. This week's been rough. Work. I had to do some interviews, which honestly, it's not bad. It was fun. I can't complain. So there you go. As always, thank you for listening, and I'll see you again next time.